Hello! Before I get into the analysis, just a few things I want to address. One, my microphone quality obviously sucks because I don't have a microphone and I am just speaking into my computer. Um, I was just going to rant in this, so it's not really scripted. It's because I need to get out some emotion, and even though we've had basically the whole finale spoiled for us from the trailer, it still managed to surprise me, and the episode was really good ever since Risk happened, and all the pacing was really good in that episode, and they'd done something they'd never done before with him hiding the akumatized object. Everything was just done so well, and I think Moth is getting smarter, and I love the development in the villain side of things, and that is something that I also really love about this episode. It's probably one of my favorites. Like the season 4 finale, it's been so good. Alright, so there's a few things I want to address, so we need to talk about them. Yeah, I'm sorry for my screenshots, they're a bit bad, but yeah, okay. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is how Ladybug gave the Miraculous to Felix. Usually Marinette is she's very off when it comes to talking about Adrian. She seems to lose her senses and lose her rational thought, but this one was actually very logically thought out. She gets the ticket from yesterday, and naturally it's a sign to go into the past. So, logically, she thinks she needs to find someone who isn't infected with Risk, because you don't want to introduce more Risk into the situation. So she thinks of Adrian because she doesn't think he has the Risk mark. And she thinks, wait, is this just because she's in love with Adrian that she's taking risks because of Adrian? Or is this a logical thought? But she reasons it out, like she even catches herself, but she reasons it out and she says he doesn't have the mark, and that is the main reason she thinks Adrian. Also, because Adrian has gotten a snake Miraculous before, she knows that she's going to get the Miraculous back from him and that she can trust him. But it doesn't go as she plans, and Felix is in place of Adrian, and obviously Adrian has the Risk mark. So it doesn't really work out, and it's all because of situation. It's not really Marinette's fault at this point. It was here that she makes the mistake. So she actually tells him when he asks about the Miraculous in the yo-yo, and she tells him the truth. That she has access to all of them from the yo-yo, and of course, Felix is the only one who has asked this question. One, because he's smart. Two, because he has plans to steal the Miraculous. And even when she asks, "Can I trust you?" he makes this very conflicted, troubled face, and she, of course, interprets it as being a bit concerned or worried or scared because she trusts Adrian. But this isn't Adrian, this is Felix, and we know he's planning something. Yeah, when she explains the power to him, he goes straight for the yo-yo, now that he knows about it. Like, you see he's conflicted throughout the episode, but you can also tell he has stuff that he wants to achieve. He has a goal in mind. He is quite calculated. And I love the contrast here between the bell and the ball and the cousins and the hair. You can really see how alike they are, but contrast between them as well. Felix is a bit of a foil for Adrian because they both have this sort of similar backstory, yet they turned out so different. I could get more into that, but I'm not going to. Irony here. The irony. Yeah, sure. A lot of time together. And then she's a creep. Not like he's gonna betray you. Yes. Sneaky. This is the one we've seen in the spoilers. We knew this was gonna happen. And then I like how he just stays back and he watches as the heroes fight. And he watches as the Sentimonsters get destroyed. And then this is where he makes this decision. He turns away and he's like, "I'm sorry." It's because he was just watching all the Sentimonsters get destroyed. He doesn't want to be snapped out of his existence. And I think this is probably why he makes the decision he does. He hesitates a lot throughout the episode, and you can see him looking troubled. But he clearly knows something, and the Sentimonster theory is all but confirmed at this point. All they need to do is just make an official statement, or say it out loud somewhere for it to be real. And it's honestly scary because I don't want it to be real, because poor Adrian, the guy has it rough. He's got an emotionally manipulative father, and he he's not allowed to leave the house. He has his whole life planned out for him. And if he was just a Sentimonster all along who exists because his parents wanted him to be something, that's messed up. That's sad. Like, Adrian's a good kid. He's innocent. Like, for him to not even be human on top of all of that, just, oh, it's so sad. So, of course, Felix threatens Gabriel, and after he threatens him, he tries a softer approach, a bit of an exchange. And you can tell he's been calculating this for a long time. This isn't some impulsive whim of his. He, from the beginning, had the idea. From the second Ladybug told him about the Miraculous, he knew he was going to plan on betraying her. And he does hesitate throughout it, but he decides in the end that it's what he has to do. And of course, the ring. He won't need the ring anymore if he has the Peacock Miraculous. Yes, and I love compared to what it used to be when Gabriel had it, the way the Peacock Miraculous looks when Felix has it is so cute. I want one. It's honestly so pretty. And this scene here reminds me of, like, Sword Art Online. Like, the first episode of Sword Art Online with the big, huge broadcast, and you can just see the fear on people's faces, and as dark times take over, it has, like, quite a doomsday sort of aesthetic to it, where you can zoom in on people's shocked faces, and just the gloomy weather, that whole vibe to it, and his face looks like a skull. And just the villain announcing that he now has the upper hand, that Ladybug has let everyone down, and he wants everyone to know about it. Like, if you want everyone to be filled with negative emotions, what better thing is there to do than to just tell everyone and instill them with fear? Just instill them with fear and panic in order to get more victims. That is smart, and I like how this was written. Like, especially with, like, Risk and then leading on into Strike Back, Moth is making some very smart decisions here. And Felix as well. Like, the villains, or, like, the opposite sides of the heroes, because we have no idea what side Felix is on yet, are doing really well. And of course, Ladybug is distraught over this. Like, she is devastated because she has just lost everything. And she thinks it's all her fault. And of course, Cat Noir is there to lend her a hand. And just like when he lent her the umbrella, he's always there for her. And the clap of thunder shows that she's fallen for him. It's kind of like the love at first sight thing, but it wasn't really at first sight. It was this moment where he lent her the hand that she's fallen for him. And you can see it on her face. It's evident that she likes Cat Noir now. And I think in season 5, there's going to be development there. And there's going to be conflict in her feelings between Cat Noir and her feelings for Adrian. And I think because of the Felix incident, even though it wasn't Adrian's fault, I think there might be a rift between Adrian and Marinette now. Like, even though it's not a big one, I think she just can't trust him as much as she used to be able to because of what happened. And I think she'll be leaning on Cat Noir a lot more, especially because she can't talk to Alia about this anymore. Well, she can talk to Alia, but Alia can't help her. Cat Noir is her only partner now, and I think they're gonna get a lot closer. And that's, especially now that she likes him when they get closer, it's gonna be very interesting to see. And it's a whole shifting of dynamics, because before we just got one-sided love for Cat Noir to Ladybug, but now Ladybug kind of likes him back. And the huge, of course, shift in the power dynamics here. We went from the heroes being at an advantage. They always had, like, the Miracle Box and Master Fu. They always had people around them to turn to. Now they don't have any of that, and Moth has all of that instead. Except he doesn't have that many friends, so he's probably going to have to akumatize people in order to give them Miraculous, and then their heroes are going to defeat them and accumulate the Miraculous back slowly. I don't see it happening any other way. And of course, I think Chloe or Lila might get Miraculous from Moth. Good old Gabe. Definitely Lila. Not sure about Chloe. Like, I have hopes for Chloe. I had hopes for Chloe. I don't even know anymore. So yes, this will be very interesting to see. I am definitely looking forward to season 5, where the heroes are the underdogs, and it's just Ladybug and Cat Noir against the world. It's the Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir. Finally. After all of season 4, finally.